Durty Talk, the podcast with Bob Fryer. Keep the conversation cooler, get it on fire from the studio room and push through the wires. Learn how the brains groove and distinguished outliers. The artists you admire who lace in walls and attire. Producers, designers, activists and rhymers. People dedicating time, keeping treads on time. Madams and
13.
ciders breaking
It's
down
14. Yeah, it's 14. I'm here with my man, Different Form. And for anyone that's listened, he is the official introduction to every podcast of mine now. So how's it going, man?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You know, it's wild times, and
It's insane, man. It's weird.
yeah, it's weird seeing you like this, like virtual. You know, I normally see you at like an Atmosphere concert, a Sage Francis show or something, you know, and
Yeah, man, we always catch each other out at some shows.
yeah. So first, I got to say thank you for doing the introduction. I love it. I've gotten nothing but good feedback on that, and how I know I should definitely like never take it off is my kids want to. They think it's my song, like I did that.
Just tell me you did it, man.
No, I can't do it. I
Come
can't.
on.
Yeah, I can't do it because my daughter would be like, "Can we listen to your song?" And I'm like, that's for my podcast. It's not me. They're like, "Yeah, it is." I'm like, no. I don't have that skill.
That's
So-
awesome. I'm glad they like it, man. That's,
Oh,
doing my whole last album, like my kids know every word, like every song. It's kind of why I don't curse that much. Not that like I don't care about, you know what I mean? Like I'm not like a censorship type of dude when it comes to words. But like they're around, I'm rehearsing. I'm like, man, I'm just like, I don't know. I didn't put a lot of curse words in it. Actually, I don't curse in it at all. It's
you
gonna
know,
be different for my next shit though. I'm already writing.
are you doing another album?
I'm working on something.
Nice.
I started a few months ago just writing new stuff, but I've actually slowed down since this whole coronavirus thing went down. It's been harder for me to focus.
Really? I found it outside of the stress because like when I go and do my thing, I forget about like bills. I forget about like what groceries like I gotta like either I go get or my wife goes gets. Like I forget about everything. Like any little hassle in life, I forget about it when I go paint. So like
Usually the same for me, but I don't know. This is like it's just been in my head like crazy.
dude, this is bugging everyone out. Like I'm seeing on Facebook and like social sites now, like this is worse than the fucking election. Like,
Oh my God. Yeah, and then we have one coming. Like,
yeah,
not to be able to escape it for a long time.
no, I'm so over social media, like to the point where I can't stand going and looking at stuff because
Right.
somebody's complaining about something. Like I think we all have something to complain about.
Oh, everybody does. It's affecting everybody in its own way,
Yeah.
regardless of.
But we're all being affected together. Like that's the thing that's killing me is like we can sit there and bitch like I'm not working, my wife isn't working, or like good friends, family members aren't working, but we're not in it alone. You know what I mean?
It should be a unifier.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's getting you
And
through
then social media like just creates a way. I don't know. Just it's so easy for people to like dislike each other and disagree.
Oh
Or
my-
like if you grab those same people and put them in like the same room, they're not going to argue as much as they do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's different when you can see someone face to face and actually like
Well, like one of my
have to
best.
hash it out.
Oh yeah, dude.
For
That's
sure, your difference is like you're going to be an asshole on social media, but if someone's in your face, like you're usually not that. That asshole isn't usually
you're
supposed to be that person. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you're gonna tone it down because the person's right there, you know? Like
right.
one of my best friends is politically completely opposite of mine, and I can actually have a conversation with him about everything. Like, he doesn't like who he supports, but he likes certain policies. And I'm like, I get that. Like, but
right.
and I can talk to him about it and it not get to well, fuck you, go fuck yourself, you know, like fuck your mother, and then hang up the phone or walk away. It's never like that. I wish it was that easy with everyone else, and that's what I hate right now.
Yeah,
like,
dude. Before this even happened, I brought up with my cousin a couple days ago. We were talking on the phone, but yeah, like 3 or 4 months ago, I was like, dude, like, politics to some people, from me, like outside looking in, like I'm not super political, but you know, I'll touch on some shit, whatever. But I was like, man, like there are people out there just treat like their political party like their sports team.
That's,
like,
yeah. You gotta wave one flag.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, man. Like,
well,
it's tiring to like observe, but I mean, I get it, and, you know.
But it sucks that we even have to choose, and the fact that we got to choose people that aren't qualified for it is what kills me. Like, I'm like,
no, man, I know.
Like, at this point, bring back sports for me. Like, I don't even watch sports, so like,
I do like sports, but yeah, man, I don't know. We need something else right now. I don't.
Yeah. You know what? I would love to see like a huge like Wu-Tang concert, like at Shenley Park or something, like where they say "fuck it, we're coming out." You know, like that's what we need. Where's Wu-Tang when we need them?
We need a big stage so they can be 6 feet apart.
Yeah. Well, all right, here, let's dip into it, man. Like you got the new album.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Paranoia.
Yeah, I love it, and I remember texting you, saying like, dude, like this is fucking fire. I love Cobwebs. Like, I really, really do.
Yeah, off the jump, you told me that was like your favorite song.
Yeah. So you took pretty much a hiatus for a while.
Yeah, man, probably like end of 2015, early 2016 was kind of like we were supposed to open for B. Dolan.
Yeah.
45 Phonetics at Howlers, and my son was born that day. So like, I just like nade on and blacklisted to the show without me. And then that was like from that point on, I kind of like gradually faded. I didn't do any. I think I did like I think I did a track with Ryan with Nate on it at a show, but yeah, it wasn't intentional. It just kind of happened because I got my real estate license. I was like pretty serious about that, and that was like with the new addition to family and then jumping into that job. Like, I was like so submerged in doing what I could with that. Like, there's so much to learn in real estate. Like, it just took up my like late nights when I should be writing raps or making beats. I was like, you know, reading real estate books and just learning. Yeah, but it's never-ending learning with that job.
Oh, I can imagine. There's always new laws, new ordinances, new codes, new
contracts. Like, every couple months, we're having like a new contract or a new page. Or
are you still selling homes and stuff like that?
No, I'm not. No, I took a break.
Well, at
least I took a complete break when we decided to have a third child. And once I started that break was when like I realized I was missing music a lot because I had the extra time to myself. And like, man, I need like a way to vent or like get these thoughts out and like.
Well, you mastered it on this, dude. Like, I love every track, but Cobwebs just catches me, dude. I don't know what it is, but like I'm just like that whole beat on.
That song's actually about my like hiatus and reactivating the artistic side of my brain.
Well, so you have 3 kids, right?
Yes.
How do you manage your time with your 3 kids, your wife, your work, and then sprinkle a little bit of production and rap on that? Like, how do you do it?
It's unpredictable. Oh my god. Oh shit. Yo, a mouse just ran across the floor. I haven't seen a mouse. Dude, what the fuck? I haven't seen a mouse in my house in years.
That that just reminded me of Curb Your Enthusiasm, where he's like, titmouse, titmouse.
Damn, that's crazy. All right, at least I know it's here. Holy shit. All right, yeah, if you see me jump and scream at any point, that's Okay, time management. Yeah, I guess it's unpredictable, but I was always a night owl. So like, it's nothing for me to be up to like 2. If I get home from work at like 10, I'll work on stuff till like 2 in the morning. Yeah, it's just like maintaining a balance and just dedicating. Like when I have downtime, I try not to waste it.
Yeah, I hear that. Like for me, for my old job, it was hard for me to do anything because I used to drive a truck for a company a couple months ago, and anytime I wanted to do something in the studio, it was hard because I had to get up. Like I was getting up at 3 a.m. and then on Fridays I was getting up at midnight. So I had to wait till Friday afternoon to do anything in my studio, and then throughout the weekend. So like it was always crunch time. So like it was always more exhausting, and I found that job hurt my creativity a lot.
That's what. Yeah, when I was doing real estate, there was like no space for me to be creative. Well, but when I was like at the time, I guess it didn't bother me at the time until like once I decided to take a step back, because I took a step back to be home with the kids Monday through Friday. Like instead of you can kind of work at your own schedule, but like during the days, like you're on the phone all the time. So I was home with the kids, but taking all my phone calls. Some days got super stressful if I was trying to like figure out like an issue or you know what I mean,
yeah.
Like with whatever, like a local municipality or like a bank. Like you got kids screaming in the background, so it was a challenge. And I was like, when we decided to have 3, I'm like, well, if we're gonna do this, maybe I should take a break and go back to like my old job and work nights and weekends.
No.
So, yeah, once I started doing that, I was like, man, like I miss music a lot, and I think that like I can get back into working on some stuff.
Now, is like you wrote and produced this whole album?
I produced 4 beats.
Oh, okay. My fault on that.
We got a beat from FT Dub, who I did that was like my last project, was my Need More Faster with FT Dub on all the beats. He did a beat on here. Late Bloomer has 2 beats on it.
Yeah, he's badass.
Nadon has a beat on it.
Yeah, he's good too.
And I'm missing one. Whoever I'm forgetting, they'll be mad at me. I'm looking at the CD.
Well, like
Schizo Productions.
Okay.
He's from Australia, but
good A.
Back in the MySpace days, he used to give me a bunch of beats, like up until like 2009. We used to work on all kinds of stuff, and then like
MySpace.
I almost had this album done. I thought I had it done, and then Schizo, I looked him up on Facebook, and I found like his girl's website. She used to sing. She sings and raps. So I hit her up and got Schizo's email address, and I hit him up, and the first correspondence, he sent me a beat. Like, I was like, oh shit, dude! Like, I didn't even ask for a beat. I was just saying what's up, and he threw me a beat. Like,
oh, that's badass.
After not talking for like 11 years or some shit.
Well, you did
the album. It's the second track on the album.
You did a beat for Greaves too, didn't you?
No, he did. Actually, I bought a beat off Greaves right before he signed with Rhyme Saves.
Okay,
that was probably like 2008, and then I was in a group with my cousin, and we just never wrote a song for it. We had what the hook is now was partially what me and my cousin wrote for a hook, but the song just never got finished.
Oh, that's a shame.
So Nadon and I finished a song over it, like that was like 2014.
So like when you're in there, I know nothing about music except for what what makes my ears happy and everything like that. So like when you go to make a beat, are you thinking of your lyrics first, or are you thinking of, you know what, I want to make something fire and spit to it?
Sometimes it's both ways for me. I don't have like a set. I have made beats where I had like a song idea in my head. One I remember a lot is Harold Camping off the 4 to 5 Phonetics album. I think I was on vacation coming home, and I like came up with this idea, and I'm like, oh shit, like this will make a dope track.
Yeah.
Like, and I came home and made a beat. It's weird. I don't know how often that happens for people, but like the beat matched like the vibe in my head.
See, I wish I could do it.
Usually I just make a beat without like a topic, and I keep it, like if I really like it, I keep it in my rotation till I have the right idea for it. But I also have like on the writing side, the rhyming side, I come up with a lot of topics before I ever hear a beat. But I don't write a lot of raps without beats. But I have an email thread with myself where like I'll have like partial hooks or a couple bars.
Oh, that's
like just the title, like titles or like topics. Like
gotta love technology. You gotta love that.
Yeah, it's so easy. I hate texting myself. But yeah, I have an email thread super easy. Like, and I pulled up on my home computer and like I probably have like 30 messages to myself that I haven't looked at in like 2 months. Like, not that that's a lot, but like next time I sit down with some beats or try to start coming through some ideas, if I start drawing blanks, I'll go back to that. And
so like,
it might help me out.
Lyrically, where do you pull your inspiration from? Like if you're driving in traffic and someone cuts you off, do you start like freestyle, fuck you motherfucker, I hope you wreck, and shit like that? Like no. Like
no, I mean, I'm too focused on yelling at that person or honking my horn or whatever.
Just give him the Pittsburgh finger.
I try to chill on any road rage these days, but I used to get a little more mad. But
see, with road rage,
people are dumb.
I'm that asshole that will just like, after you cut me off, I just lay on the horn until you make a turn or you just speed away from me. Like I'm behind you, just honking that horn left and right. Like I just don't let up. Like I'm that asshole.
I'll do that sometimes. I get mad. I get more mad when somebody like honks at me when they're the one doing something wrong.
Yeah, they're like, oh shit.
I get too mad because I'm like, man, I got a fucking point to prove. You fucked up and you think I fucked up, but nah.
I'm trying to think. I was on my way to work weeks ago, and somebody was at a red light looking at their phone. We all do it, you know?
Oh, yeah, right.
Well, the light turned green, and I just gave a little beep, beep, like, go ahead and go. They gave me the finger. I'm like, I'm like, I'm just being courteous at this point, motherfucker. Like,
I've been sitting here for 10 seconds with this green light.
Yeah. So, do you remember, I think it was maybe 2013, 14, you guys actually performed at my first solo exhibition.
Yeah, Daily Bread, right?
I remember hearing you guys, and I was like, I was hooked, man. Like, cause like I enjoyed like Blacklisted was killing it with the DJ and you and Nadon were just like spitting fire. I was like, oh my god, yeah, cause like and then I wanted to have. I think we talked about something else too, didn't we? Back in the day.
Forget. That was the first thing we did. I don't know. I'm trying to remember.
Well, like every other artist, where do you pull your inspiration from? Like is it all hip hop, or is there like a little bit of like classical rock, sprinkle a little Disney, or like?
I thought you were gonna say disco.
Hey, I'll fuck with some disco. I'm not gonna lie. I love the '70s show.
I just thought that's what you were about to say. It's mostly hip hop. Hip hop, movies. I got real into reading in the last 2 years.
Okay.
So before I hardly ever read anything. Like,
what are you reading?
Dude, I'm all over the place. When I got back, I read the You Got book called Raw. That was like 2 years ago, and then the last book I just finished was The Sirens of Titan. It's a Kurt Vonnegut book.
Okay.
But yeah, I read one of Blueprint's books, The Making of Adventures in Counterculture.
I heard that's really good.
It was good. I like to kind of like pick the artist's brain, but I won't always, like, if I meet somebody, I don't always pick their brain, but like to be able to get it in a book. It's cool. It's cool to see other people's creative processes and or hear about it.
Didn't you guys actually open up for Blueprint?
Yeah, we've done a couple shows with Blueprint and Illogic. We booked Illogic once at Shadow Lounge a while ago, like 2013, probably 2012, and then we opened for Greenhouse once at Thunderbird. And then it might be it. Might have been those 2 times.
So, who's like your favorite person that you guys have opened up for, musically, but also like, you know what, like they're really cool. Like instead of like being like a conceited asshole, like or something like that. Like who was chill and that you enjoyed to open up for?
Probably the first time we opened for Cannibal Locks, like Vast Air and Vort Omega were like just real dudes.
Yeah,
they kicked it at Nadon's house after the show, like, and just everybody just chilled, like.
Yeah, Vast Air seems like amazing.
It was super chill, like, you know what I mean? Just whatever, down to kick it. Plus, we had an awesome show that night. That helps. Show when we opened for Deltron 3030 at Altar Bar, it was like one of my favorite shows ever. But I didn't even get to meet Del.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah.
See,
but like that show was crazy. Like
I was actually supposed to come to that, but I think I got called into work or something like that, and there was no way I was able to make it. So like I know I had a ticket, I just couldn't do it. I got called in. I was like, fuck. So like that sucked. I think one of the best shows that I seen you guys was the Sage Francis show, and I was kind of confused on that show though too.
Dude, I get confused at every show, every
like.
Well, why were you confused?
Because there was an act there that
it was between us and Sage.
Yes, and I did not understand why that genre. And I'm not trying to be ignorant to him or anything, but
no, you're fine. I knew that's where you were going to go with it.
Yeah, I was like that does not like it didn't fit the zen of the night of the show, and it was kind of like you actually have people that aren't rapping over their lyrics, that are spitting their lyrics, and then it was like they came on, and I was like, hold on. Like, can we pause this part?
Sometimes when you do like a local show with the promoter, and I don't mess with pay to play shows, but I will sell tickets if I'm opening for somebody. You know what I mean? I get the ticket hustling game, whatever. But like a lot of people, promoters will do the order of the acts by how many tickets you sell, which I understand. But like if that cat like sold like 2 more tickets than us or some shit, like I feel like somebody should have made the discretionary choice. Like we flow better into pouring out instead of. But it's whatever. I'm not hating it all, but like, yeah, I think sometimes other factors need to be put into play.
Yeah,
I think we sold a decent amount for that. And how we sold like 2 tickets or something, I get saying like, man, F these guys, like we'll throw them on stage and get them off. But like, it wasn't anything like that.
Yeah, because I was there with Mike. Excuse me, with Mike George, And then
Oh yeah, I met up with you guys before that for a beer.
yeah, and
I remember that.
I remember when they came out, because I was right up front, like watching you guys do your thing, and it was amazing. And then like they came out, it was like I was like, I'm gonna go get a beer,
Yeah.
and I didn't come back until Sage came out. So that,
That's
like,
right. Sage was really cool, man.
yeah, you know what?
That's the first time I actually that's like the second time I ever talked to him, and I was like, he gave us props, and I was like, I don't know, getting props from Sage meant like a lot more than getting props from a lot of other people.
Well, yeah,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Like Sage isn't a very outspoken person in a way of giving accolades. Like,
Yeah, right.
I mean,
Yeah, I feel like you got to earn it.
exactly, and
Yeah, I was pretty stoked on that.
he's
Definitely moving a lot.
I've had a lot of conversations with Sage over the years, and I enjoy every one of them, even if I didn't like him at the time, you know. And at the same time, I actually invited him to my wedding.
Oh, word.
Yeah, I sent him a message. I was like, "Look, man, I know how you feel about these things, but I'm putting it out there. If you want to come, enjoy it. Just enjoy it."
Yeah,
Like,
he's married with a kid on the way, right?
I know, like Uncle Sage is gonna have like this little Sage Francis person, and you know they're gonna be fire. Like, regardless of
man.
like it's gonna be cool. Like I like seeing kids grow up in the hip hop way, in like in the culture and that lifestyle, and or just the way of life, because that's kind of how I'm raising my kids. And now like I'm seeing other people do that with their kids, and I think that's amazing. Like, music and art is very important in our house.
Yep,
Well,
same here.
and because like my wife's a hairstylist, so her artistic way comes out differently than mine.
Right,
and,
right.
and she can
Still an art form. Big time.
and she's killer with the cakes. Like she's done some badass cakes, but like I see how my kids act and how they respond to things. They absolutely love The Impossible Kid from Aesop. And yeah, we put that on. Is it like, do you see that with your kids? Like if you put on a certain artist or a certain song, like they just start bobbing their head and
yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's certain stuff. Yeah, sometimes I'll get tired of like just me listening to regular old hip hop. But yeah, there's other stuff they really like. They'll sing along to like some hooks, and dude, they know a lot of words to Atmosphere songs.
you know what, I was gonna ask you about that, because like when my daughter was born, I used to play Sunshine for her all the time. Same with Puppets. And it was like she, like there was times she was just like just sitting there on the change table, like moving and grooving.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the Atmosphere probably gets the most play here because my wife's a big fan. She's not into like all the hip hop I listen to, but like we got that common ground with some Atmosphere.
You know what? I would love to be able to have some common ground like that with my wife, but she tolerates my music. It's not that she doesn't like it. It's just like not for her. You know what I mean? It's
yeah, right.
I would say she likes 80s pop and like fun song. Like when I say fun songs, like upbeat songs. You know, like I guess like Cyndi Lauper or something. I don't even know, but she's not real big on the hip hop side.
Yeah.
But she tolerates it. Like there's a few songs that I think she would like.
Right.
Now, moving forward, like, did you get that bug out of you now that you released the album and you're like, now I got to do more. I got to keep going. I want to produce more. I want to start spitting more.
Yeah, dude. Times are crazy right now, but the initial plan was to put that out. I want to have that out. Well, I was supposed to open for Greaves March 26th.
Yeah.
So like once we got confirmed for that show back in like January, and once that came, I was like, man, I think I have like this album ready. I was like, the music side's ready. I'm not going to be forcing anything. So I was was like, man, I gotta get this artwork ready, get CDs printed. Like, if I can have this out by that show, it's gonna help me promote, and then I can hopefully start selling copies too at the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I had no music out underneath the name Different Form. I used to go by Connect, and then I was mostly in. Most people know me as a member of Fortified Phonetics. You know what I mean? So like, I was trying to like rebrand myself, and so I'm trying to like rebrand, get the music out for like my biggest show in a long time.
Well, what came with the name change?
It's when I started taking my break. Even before that, I was kind of tired of the name Connect. And then I took that break from music, and I think like I came up with it early on before I ever came back. But I think I was trying to like find something to like get me motivated with music again and have like a new purpose. And then it took me like 2 or 3 more years before I started putting this album together after I came up with the name. But
now, are you going to still do shows with like Nadon and Blacklisted, but just not under Fortified, or like what would it be
if
like?
we do something together, it's going to be Fortified.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with that. Like we had like half of an album finished when I fell away for a little bit. So I don't know. We got some music recorded. I don't know how it'll probably come out in some fashion someday. I don't know what we'll do, but like, yeah, we all talk and like we kick it all the time, but we'll see what happens.
No. How did they take it when you were like, I just got to slow down on this, on the music and focus on something else?
There was never that moment. Like that's what was so hard. And like when I decided to come back, I never had a moment where I was like, I'm taking a break from music.
Yeah.
It just gradually happened. And then I turned into that dude, like, going to Nadon shows to like watch the sets, you know what I mean? Like, and then when I decided to come back, I knew that like Nadon works like a machine. He's got multiple projects he's working on at like all times.
Yeah,
you pay attention to him, you know that.
Yeah, I have seen that in him. I don't know how he keeps up with it. Like it's bad. It's really badass and
it's inspiring to me.
Yeah. Oh, it is. It is. I think the work ethic in all of you is what made you guys such a great group, though. Too. It's like you all took it as serious as one another. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah. Absolutely, man. 100%.
And you could easily see that when you guys perform too.
Yeah. Yeah. We put a lot of effort. Like towards the end, it was like waking up and putting your shoes on, like the last couple shows we played. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like putting your pants on, like it was just so routine. But yeah, man, we worked hard for a while, and especially putting the Plastic Eaters album together. Like,
yeah, that's a dope album.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's definitely on my.
I don't know. I feel like that album means a lot to us. Like the time we put that out, and
because. That's what, from like 2007? No.
It came out the end of 2012.
That long ago?
Yeah, we put that out December 2000, or maybe like November 2012.
I was about to say 2014. Like,
nah,
damn.
Long before that.
I give it up to everybody that can actually like spit and compose music in some way. I've tried to spit, and they're.
Me too.
yeah, but the difference is you're fucking good at it. I sound like your typical white guy that wants to like be in rap so bad whenever I spit. It's just like it's not me. It's not me. I'm a visual lyricist, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, so if we ever kick it and you're in my place, I'll play some old shit for you. 2001. The 2001 Connect shit.
Dude, I'd love to hear.
People knew about that.
I'm trying to think of the album that I got off you. It was it looked like it was like a space album. Like the cover had like
Arrival Tactics.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the first project I ever put out.
That was good. I mean when I say it like that, I mean like listening to that, listening to the Plastic Eaters. And now listen to your new album. Like there's growth in there, and I think that's what's amazing to me is I I see people paint and stuff like that, and I can visually see them get better or
Yeah,
change
right.
direction. But listen to someone rap or put out albums. It's like you're hearing it, and it's almost like and then when you see them perform, so it's like a two-way of seeing someone grow
Right.
in their art, and I think that's amazing. I wish I could easily be able to go up and give it a try, but I'd fucking fail. I know I would.
Hey, man, maybe. I don't know.
Look, I, I'm gonna be 40. If I haven't tried to be an MC in any way at this point,
Never
I'm
too
not
late,
going to. I'm not going to. Because I remember years ago I got hammered up in Polish Hill, and I was at some bar, and my buddy and I went outside, and I actually think we were smoking a bowl or something, and it was like we all just started like we formed a little circle, and we had the
Yeah.
cipher going, and I said something, and I was like, I'm going in to get a drink, like, because it was ridiculous. Like, I think I
Right.
said something about like Blues Clues, and I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Like, that was the only time I've ever freestyled in front of people, and it was
Nothing
horrible.
wrong with that. Hey, freestyle is just all about going. It doesn't matter what you're saying.
Now, is that something that you guys get into? You start doing ciphers and just like going around the circle and putting it
It
in.
happens sometimes. Yeah, I'm usually, man. It took me until I was always pretty quiet in freestyles. Like I like overthink shit and not jump in with people sometimes. That's how I used to be. Um, but once I did a couple shows last year, and I made it a point to like let myself get uncomfortable and just like I made a spot in all my sets where I would like have to freestyle a little bit. And so like I feel like I'm better at freestyling in front of a crowd
Yeah,
than in like a circle of rappers. It's weird. Like I'd rather just look dumb in front of like hundreds, 100 people or whatever, 30 people instead of like. Well, like yeah, I made that a point on my comeback because like man, I got to get comfortable with freestyling in front of a lot of people. And I
man.
just
I
force myself into a position where I have to do it. It's not like I can't do it. I've been like rapping forever. Like it's just a
I,
mental block sometimes. That's where growth comes from. I just force yourself to do it. And
I I give it up to you, man, because I'll tell you now, I would not be able to jump in and just start saying something because I don't care about being laughed at or made
yeah,
fun of because like I can do it to myself, but the point of doing something where I'm not supposed to in a way is the confidence thing. It's like yeah, like if I'm near a cipher, I'm not jumping in because that's not my realm. I'll listen to it. I know what I like and everything, but I have nothing good to say. Like when it comes to that, like
yeah.
like what am
That's
I gonna
where
rap
yeah,
about?
that's
Like
that's what would
changing
always hold me
diapers?
up. Yeah, I would think too much about what I'm saying. Like you don't even have to have anything to say. You know what I mean? Just
It,
fucking say shit.
and that's sad. But you know what? There's so many people that are making millions off of not saying anything. How like
Well, they're probably kind of freestyling it, just getting high in the studio, writing a couple words, and
no. How does that make you feel where you're definitely gifted, right? Like and you're skilled. Like when you see someone that gets on a beat and just is like, yeah, 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 and they're like number one on Spotify or they're like selling out arenas. Like how does that make you feel? Like as someone who is like good at your craft. You're like you're really good at what you do.
to be honest, it doesn't bother me at all anymore. There was a time where I fucking hated that shit, and I would call it out and let everybody know. But like now, it doesn't matter.
It,
I don't know. Like let them have that shit. And
Yeah,
for everything that's over here, there's something over here. You know what I mean? Like
it's for me, okay, for me, and you know the music I like, who I listen to for the most part. I think we're on the same wavelength of music taste.
mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it bothers me when I see someone who is putting minimal effort to make and actually make it. Like for me, like I put a lot of time in what I do, a lot of effort, and it's like
Right.
my.
Hey, maybe they put a ton of effort into
I mean,
results.
you know what? I guess there is some type of effort in mumbling. I don't know. Like that's my thing.
They have to perfect.
Yeah, it's you know what? I feel kind of bad. Like I went off and started like trashing a genre of music, but
No, you're fine. No, this is a cool conversation. Dude, I used to, man. I really hate when people rap over their vocals.
I hate that.
And
like
that's anything. That's any type, any style of rap.
what?
I even touch my next record whenever it comes out. I got a song where I have a line fit in there, and I say something like I fuck with all styles when they're done legitimate, or something like that. It's how the bar goes. But like, that's kind of how I feel now. Like if whatever style you are, if you're not up there like doing it over top of your recorded vocal tracks, and you're actually performing your song instead of doing it like karaoke style,
I hate that.
like, I'll listen to you, man. Like I'll listen to whatever you got as long as you're not just fucking because that's where I get mad is like you can say I work harder or maybe because maybe my lyrics are a little more intricate or something or more well thought out, but I practice my ass off for like the live show.
Yeah.
And like I think a lot of people, especially maybe new rappers coming up too, like what you could say their style was less effort or something, but like give it to me without those vocal tracks. Show me that you practice. Show me you rehearse. Let me hear like from you what you can do in a live performance.
Right. Yeah. And I actually got into a conversation that turned it into like a heated debate almost. And somebody posted was like rappers and MCs quit rapping over your vocals. And I was like, yes, please, it's lazy and it's annoying. And,
Right.
and like this person came back to me and was like, how is it lazy? How is it annoying? And I was like, well, it shows that you're unprepared, that you don't know your lyrics. And he's like, well, I should like maybe I want to do a little business or something, you know, give some shout outs. And I'm like, that's not the time to do that. Like, like if you're trying to conduct business when you're on stage and your vocals are playing, I already won't listen to you because it's like, it's like, is that your theme music or is that like your way of trying to be in the hip hop community, you know?
Right. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I just like if it's done well, I'll give it a chance.
Yeah.
I've been on this thing like I just try to respect people as human beings. If I think you're cool, if you're a good person, you seem all right. I don't care what your style of music is.
You know what? I'm kind of getting there too. It's like I'm not being.
I might just be getting soft in my old age.
No, I think you're just getting like more acceptance of what the new hip hop might be and understanding it. Like it goes through phases. I like.
Oh, dude, look, and just on that real quick, it's like you see some boom bap shit like kind of coming back around. Like it has gradually the last couple of years. I think like 2018, 2019 are some of like the best years for hip hop music in a very long time.
I would agree with that, but it's also
outside of like outlier albums. Like The Impossible Kid came out 2016. I think that's like a masterpiece. But like
that
18 and 19, they were just the music coming out so consistent.
I do think the Impossible Kid is a masterpiece. I think that's probably one of Ace's best albums. But it's also hard to compare to Float. It's also hard to compare to Labor Day.
No,
and
you love them both. You love them all for like what they are. At the time they came out. But like
now,
Impossible Kid was like the pinnacle for me. Like the beats and rhymes came together, and maybe some of his song topics. You know what I mean? Like
I thought it was more personal.
You kind of got inside of Aesop a little more.
Instead of just being questioning. Like what's this mean? He was basically telling you everything. Now, if I would go to your iPod, iTunes, your phone, or whatever, and I open and I hit play, what's gonna hit? Like start blaring right now.
Right now, you're gonna hear Homeboy Sandman.
Yeah, it's my dude right there.
You're gonna hear Saw Rock. Repping the shirt.
Yeah,
I think she's one of the dopest right now.
Yeah, she's amazing.
That's not a show I went to. Me and my wife went to see her in Cleveland back in February.
The good old days. The good old days.
Yeah, right. Yeah, before when life was normal.
Yeah,
you could drive to Cleveland for a rap show.
Now I have
babysitter.
See, that's I normally go to the shows all by myself, all the time. Yeah. I'm solo dolo.
I went to see Epic Beard Man by myself. Like I'll go to some shit by myself. But like going to Cleveland, I wouldn't drive to Cleveland. I wouldn't drive 2 hours to see a show by myself.
I went to Cincinnati with my dude DJ Criminal, and we went out there and kicked it, and we actually ended up going to the Aesop show.
I just ordered his book, DJ Criminal.
Yeah, dude, he's
this week. It's gonna be on my book list.
Yeah, he's Have you met Ian?
Nah, never met him. But I listened to the Super Duty podcast, Super Duty Tough Work, and he was on there before talking about his book.
Yeah, he's super cool, super chill.
I've been meaning to pick it up for a while.
Yeah, I've known Ian for a few years now. He was actually an intern at Rhymesayers.
Yeah, right. I heard about
Yeah. He was telling me all about those days. He was like, "Yeah, dude, it was killer." Now, you actually went out there to possibly do some stuff, didn't you?
Dude, oh man.
I remember you telling me that.
I just sent an old friend a picture the other day, like about like the old Minnesota days. So yeah, like 2001, I was going to community college in Butler, and me and my friend Jeremy, like we were super into music, into hip hop, and that was my first time dabbling with like making beats a little bit, and I was rhyming at the time, and I don't know if he found like this school called Music Tech, and it was a music school in the Twin Cities. I think it was actually in St. Paul. But yeah, we just let's look into this. I took a semester break from community college, and we're talking about, like we both did, we're talking about going back to school. Like, let's check out the school in Minnesota. So we ended up, my one buddy got his mom's minivan. There were 3 of us thinking about going to school there, but like 6 of us made the trip. We got in a van, got hotel rooms, drove out to Twin Cities. And we registered for school, filled out applications, and then we got accepted. Came back home. Then we made a second trip. I don't know, a couple months later. Me and my friend Jeremy went out, and we scheduled like apartments and shit to look at. We went to like some old dude's basement, like he was gonna rent out like his basement to somebody.
That just sounds bad.
Like 20-year-old shit. I don't know. It was funny. But on that trip, that's back in like the AIM, like instant messenger days.
Yeah.
He was talking to this chick on the computer, so he set up like a double date, and so we met these girls. It was not. I didn't get paired up very well. I'll just say that.
So you got the ugly
went to
one.
this pool hall. I don't remember like what area of town it was, but we went to like we went and shot pool for a little bit, and then afterwards we dropped the one girl off. The girl that my boy was talking to, she hung out with us. We went to eat at like a Denny's or something, and she's like, "Oh, you guys are into hip hop? Like, you heard of Atmosphere?" And at that time, I hadn't listened to Atmosphere at all. This is like 2000, 2001. It was right after Lucy Ford came out.
Okay.
And so Atmosphere wasn't on my radar yet. So the next morning, we went to Fifth Element, and Slug was working the counter, like working the store.
Oh no shit.
So, like I met Slug before I ever listened to his music, and we were like, dude, like, are you the guy from Atmosphere? He's like, yeah, like he was super chill, like.
He still is. He's still super chill.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like like these dudes coming in, whatever. So, like, man, like, what should we buy if like we're buying an Atmosphere record right now? So we bought the Atmosphere, the Lucy Ford CD from him then, and I think we bought High Respects, Small Steps, and Atmosphere Lucy Ford.
Nice.
We listened to Small Steps first, put Lucy Ford in, and just bumped it on repeat the whole way home. It was like a 13 hour drive. Like, man, I was like, dude, this is the craziest. Like, this exists. Like, I didn't know. Like,
that's almost like.
I was listening to like Mos Def a lot, like Slip Pauly. So I was listening to like a lot of underground hip hop, but I hadn't heard like
Midwest
Twin
stuff.
Cities, that Atmosphere type of. Yeah. And then I started listening to like Aesop, Sage. Like after that point, started getting into everything else. Like. I knew who Idea was because I watched him win the Blaze battle, but I never followed up on him as like a solo artist. I just remember watching that on TV, like KRS-One was hosting it. Like,
yeah. See, I don't even know how I got into like the Atmosphere, the Aesops. Like it just came to me the one day. Like it was like an angel came down and was like, listen to this, you know. And I was like hooked. I don't know. I mean that actually didn't happen, but
no, man. Yeah, that shit changed my life. Like, I got into Living Legends, Murs. Like,
Murs is sick too.
Hip hop had already changed my life before that point, but that was like the second wave of like that indie rap. Like,
I love all that shit, dude.
Underground level.
I love all that shit. Like, and like what I loved about Idea when I saw him live was like the emotion he put into it. Like, it was almost like he blocked everything out and just got like dirty with it. No pun intended.
He was by himself on that stage. I saw him live. I've seen him live. I think I only saw him once. The last time he came to Mr. Smalls in Pittsburgh, I think that was like the year he passed away.
Yeah, he passed away. Yeah, that was 2011, I believe.
Yeah,
I think that's when it was. But
you're right.
Yeah, because I can remember Slug being out front, like greeting people, saying thanks and everything.
Yeah, you did right.
I was fucking hammered that day, and like I was hammered drunk, and they came with a band because that was during the When Life Gives You Lemons tour, or no, Paint. That was Paint the Nation tour, I think.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, that was one of the last times I think they came with a band.
And I can just remember like there was a guy that came on that was playing guitar and singing, and I thought that was sick because like he wasn't hip hop. Like I couldn't I could have imagined all this because of how drunk I was.
No, you're right. I think you're right.
And then E&A came on, and then Atmosphere came on. But like
right.
I actually spoke that idea like real quick. I was like, hey man, amazing. I loved it. Did a great job. And I sent a shot down to him, and then I walked away. Like,
that's what's up.
Yeah, like I want to say I shook his hand, but I can't. I can't remember. I literally went down a one-way street that night, and my brother-in-law, well, my brother-in-law now was like, dude, get out of the fucking car. He's like, you are not driving. I was like, why?
Oh, shit.
Like, because
yeah. I'm only going one way.
He's like, you're going down a one-way street. There's a cop over there. He's like, get the fuck out. Like, oh, dude, it was crazy. Because we were drinking on our way there, on our way to, like, walking up the Smalls, and then like the whole time there, so like I was just like I was pissy drunk, like it was ridiculous. Now,
That's funny.
So like moving forward, man, like what does visual art ever inspire you to start writing raps? Not necessarily about the art, but like, because I'm asking that because of my craft, of my skill sets. Like as a painter, have you ever like looked at something or like a piece of artwork or graffiti, and you're like you just start like spitting or anything like that, or like thinking of rhymes, like it hits a trigger on something?
I actually have. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't know.
And well, like
I don't think that I have looked at like a piece of art and had that like start like a song topic or a rhyme or.
well,
I don't
like
know. It's interesting. Oops, that's put my tripod.
well, like the reason I'm asking that is because it's like art is all based on what one interprets, right? Like how they absorb it through their eyes and what they're seeing. So like I didn't know like if you would see like a Mark Rothko painting and then just be like start like coming up with something like it starts making you feel. I don't know.
That's a cool. I'd like to try that. Or like just look at something, like have something handed to me. Because I do it the opposite way, but I'd like to have something handed to me and maybe like try to write something based on like what that is.
Oh, you know what? I'll send you something. I shouldn't
even say anything. But no, that'd be a cool practice. Because like I like to do it the opposite. Like I don't know how a lot of like rappers handle like their album art or whatever. But if I'm having someone do like single art for me or like album art, I like to give you the music and tell you like what the topic might mean. I guess I haven't had you design anything for me or asked you to this point, but like I like to have the artists interpret that. And some artists will be like, "Yo, what do you want?" And I'll be like, "Well, here's what this is." Like I'd like to see you interpret it. You know what I mean? Because same as like a video concept. I'd rather like if it's someone who's pretty good at making videos. I think they're like a good mind. Like they put stuff together well. I'd rather like get their ideas as well.
Hey,
instead of me dictating it all.
I'm always down to collaborate with you, man.
Yeah, we need to.
Hey, I'm always down with it, man, because I know you personally, but as a fan of your music, I'd be so down for it. I'd be like, "Fuck yeah, let's I'd make it happen."
Yeah, we're telling to come for sure.
Yeah, anytime. I mean, I have a lot of time now, so.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
Yeah, no.
I guess maybe it's gonna end. I don't know. I don't know what's happening.
I don't know. You know what, Matt? Like, I'm starting to like feed into a lot of the conspiracies and stuff, and it's just like, why aren't like Walmart workers, Target workers, Giant Eagle workers, and big grocery stores, like, why aren't their numbers going up and people dropping dead? You know, like that's what's killing me right now, where and I'm trying not to become very pessimistic, I guess, on it.
Yeah.
But it's just frustrating for everyone. I just want to see.
Man. When everything first started going down, I was real submerged in like all the information, watching like the presidential addresses, and like I kind of had some anxiety about it, and I had to like step away from it.
See, I'm glad I don't have cable. I stream everything.
Yes, yeah, I do. Yeah,
If I was able to have cable, I would be going nuts, because even through the election 4 years ago, my wife actually came to me and was like, "You're being a complete asshole about everything." She's like, "You're getting way too involved," and I was like, so I had to tone it back some, and which she was 100% right though. Like I was getting in arguments that didn't even matter, and.
Right.
And that's where I'm at now. I'm like, you know what? I just want to see people get back to work. Like we're all fucking suffering. And at this point, like, I just want to see my friends, family, and everyone get through this okay, and
Right.
and just get back to whatever the norm's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough, man. I don't. It's just such a weird situation.
Dude, it's a horrible fucking
I felt
situation.
the first week, it was March 11th was like the last night that I had worked.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Wednesday night, and then I was supposed to work. I had that weekend requested off, like Saturday and Sunday. But I was scheduled Friday night, and my wife was anticipating being stuck at work at a meeting a little late on Friday. And then this was going down at the same time, so I called off work Friday because I didn't think I was going to be able to make it on time. Like, I never call off work, so it's like, whatever. Like, plus this was happening, so I'm a waiter, so like our business was all, like kind of like slowing.
Yeah, it was
like,
dwindling down.
Things started happening. So like, man, it's going to be dead this weekend anyway, because like the NBA, the NHL just like canceled their seasons or postponed everything. Like,
when the
like,
NBA cancels,
we were gonna chill in their house this weekend and see like what the hell is happening. So so I was, that weekend I was like, cool. Then like I had like 2 days the following week where like I was like, my head was spinning, like just like anxiety like I've never had before. Like, so I had to like go lay down and like take a nap and like.
Dude, this is giving everybody anxiety. This is giving everybody anxiety, and I feel for everyone. And like that's where my heart is right now, and I just want to see people get back to norm. Like,
yeah, 100%.
Like, and it's like
you want to be safe too. I don't know. It's so hard to like. Well, I don't know what's right, what's wrong at this point.
Like,
or like what things are gonna look like in a couple months. Or
I'm not taking my mask off. Hey, if you okay me to wear a mask now, I'm not taking it off. That's how I'm rolling from now on. I'm going in.
From the time it started, I was okay with doing too much, but not enough. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'll kick it with a mask on. Or
well, I kept laughing because like I'm seeing all these people in masks, and I'm like, I've been painting gas masks. I was like, I'm a prophet. Like
yeah,
I've been thinking,
crazy.
Yeah, like this is my time.
People mention that on like Facebook. I've seen people mention it on social media, like, man, you were ahead of your time. Like, you saw it coming. Yeah, you do. It's so right. It's funny.
I got gas masks in my studio. So I'm ready for
I wish I had one.
Like on the real tip, man, do you need masks?
No, I don't. No, I have one.
Okay, because
I don't have like a N95 or anything crazy, but yeah, a friend of ours made masks for the whole family.
Okay, because my mom was making a bunch, and my wife actually found these ones online too. I was gonna say I can give you the link for those. They come with filters and everything, but if you need some masks, my mom would definitely make you some. All you gotta do
the one used for the picture I just got like last week, but it has it's got like a filter pocket inside too.
Yeah, I walk around like I go to the store in those one in that one, and it's I feel like I'm in Mortal Kombat. I'm constantly like trying to like start like chopping people up and like
Scorpion.
Yeah, I'm doing my fatality coming up here real soon. I was telling I think it was Q Perry on here. Like when I go to the store, if there's people like in the aisle and I don't want to get too close, I just start coughing. I'll be like, like just to get them to move, man. It works. Like, and then I just get my item and I bounce. Like, so
dude, it's a crazy time.
Yeah. Well,
I don't even know.
Well, here we're running on here pretty long. I got 2 more questions for you. So,
all right.
Everybody has their tops and everything like that. Who's your top 5 MCs?
Top 5 MCs. I hate top lists.
Okay, so
who? But no, I'm gonna do it.
Wait.
I feel like 5, like your top list can go 2 directions where like you think
Well,
There's
like
the top 5 MCs for like, and then there's like your personal top 5. Like I have a top 5 right now. I have a top 5 of all time.
what,
You know what I mean? Like,
give me whatever top 5 you want, because I'm very curious.
whatever. I'll give you I'll give you like a hybrid, like it's right now, because I'm always listening. I still listen to I listen to 90s hip hop all the time.
Dude, that's where I'm at. I
I'll
love that
people
you're
like, "Man, I'm gonna
overthinking
go back to
this.
this album. Like, what are you going back to? Like, I listen to Mobb Deep and Infamous like
Oh,
every
fuck.
couple months. You know
Dude,
what I mean?
dude, that's a killer album.
Or like Hell on Earth. Like
Yeah.
that, I listen to that like every couple months. I don't know.
I love that you're overthinking this. I love it. I love.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate it. That's why I hate it.
I love this.
I got Rakim in my top 5.
Thank you.
I probably got Doom in my top 5.
I can respect that.
I got Aesop in my top 5.
I can. I really appreciate that one.
I got Slug in my top 5.
Really, Slug. I like that.
I just, man, the relatability factor with Atmosphere's music is like, I don't know, always been crazy to me. That's 4. See, it's tough because then I gotta leave people out if I'm putting something in.
I love it. I mean, you could always go with the common Biggie, Tupac, where
No, they're not even close.
Thank you. I think they were great. I think they were great,
Yeah.
but they
I can't slot Nas into my top 5 either. Like,
really.
I'd have to put a member of Wu-Tang in my top 5.
I mean, there's RZA, for sure. Meth, Ghostface.
It'd be different reasons. I would slot Ghost in just because I think like his catalog is one of the most consistent, and he's still, I don't know, still putting crazy stuff out. Still interesting. But then like Inspector Deck.
Inspector's nice. How about Reggie? How about
Redman.
You know what? I consider him an honorable mention of Wu-Tang.
Think he's a legend, dude. He's not in my top 5. Like, for me, Method Man would be close because he was like the first Wu-Tang member that like his like style. Like,
I love his delivery.
He was my first like favorite rapper. Him and Nas. Like Method Man was my first favorite rapper.
See, I like old Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I'm not too much into his billionaire raps right now because I can't relate to anything that he's talking about, man. Like,
I like some of the shit with the on the Jay Electronica album.
I haven't even listened to it. I haven't even listened to it, so
I thought he was more interesting than Jay Electronica on Jay Electronica's album.
I've actually heard that. I heard people say, well, Jay Electronica put out a really good Jay-Z album.
Yeah, it was like a 50-50 album. I think Jay was just kind of throwing him a bone and let's get this out.
Well, he tried doing that with he did that with R. Kelly, and he also did that with Nas, or not Nas, but Kanye, too.
Yeah,
and the R. Kelly was good until he started like just.
I never listened to that.
I bought it just because it was like I enjoyed a little bit of R. Kelly and Jay-Z, and then it was like, well, R. Kelly's a pedophile now. I was like, I got to get rid of this.
Yeah, it's not cool anymore. Not cool to like.
Yeah, like it even blows my mind that people are like still requesting R. Kelly songs and buying his music. And, like he has like a ton of followers on Instagram, and I'm like, what? Like,
how can you support that?
Yeah,
dude, Jay-Z spits the first verse on the Jay Electronica album. Like, I feel like that goes against like every role in the world. Like, it's one thing if it's the last verse on the album, depending on how it's laid out. But how do you let somebody else rap the first verse on your album?
Yeah. See, you know what? I'm gonna have to go cop that now, just because like
I was already mad when I was mad as soon as that happened. I'm like, what?
he put out a really good Jay-Z album. That's
It's not bad. I didn't mind the album. It took me a few listens before I was kind of vibing with it. I think at first I just wanted to hear it, and then I was disappointed by how much Jay-Z was on it.
See, I was
I
that
have a
way.
good opinion about it, but
Well, I was like that with Fishing Blues.
okay.
With Atmosphere, like it took me a moment to catch on and accept dad rap at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think it's a great album now. Like it was just time to like for growth and everything. So
Atmosphere's last few were kind of like that with me. It took me some time to get into it, and then I ended up loving it.
Yeah, you know what? Like I think the last one I immediately loved was When Life Gives You Lemons. Like I fell in love with that the moment I heard it. Like that the whole puppet song is killer.
I'm gonna ask you a question. You said I can ask you questions.
Yeah, you ask me anything you want, dude.
Top 5 Atmosphere albums.
Top 5 Atmosphere albums. That's an excellent question. I love Overcast.
Okay.
Headshots. When Life Gives You Lemons. I have a you're gonna kill me. I'm trying to think of the name of the album right now. It has Always Coming Back Home to You. It's I'm drawing a blank of the album.
That was a bonus track on You Can't Imagine How Much Fun We're Having, right?
No, hold on.
Or is that on yeah, look it up.
Yeah, like I feel like an asshole right now. Like but let me see this Atmosphere. Seven's Travels.
Yeah, that's right.
And I gotta be honest, man. Like God Loves Ugly, and I love the EP with what is it? Sad Clown Bad Summer that has has Sunshine on it and RFTC.
Yeah, that whole series was dope.
I mean, like I got in the Fishing Blues. Like I like that one. I don't think I got the newest. I haven't got their new one yet that they put out months ago.
It's good.
I've heard that.
It's different. It's really good. Yeah.
That's the only one that I don't have. But like
my first listen of it's called Whenever. My first listen, I was like, man, like this is really good, but there was no like up tempo, like hard hitting atmosphere track. And then I read some interviews. Like I guess that was supposed to be for like a TV series or something. They were making music for a TV show.
Oh, that's wild.
So, and then I guess when the time came to put it out, like the people putting the show out or the movie or whatever it was wanted to like own the masters of the music, and they were like, no. So then they just packaged it as an album.
Oh, that's cool.
The way I heard Slug describe it was that like they didn't really even know what they were doing when they were making the songs, but like they approached every song like the credits were rolling at the end of like.
See, that sounds cool.
It made sense to me that there's nothing like super like crazy.
So it's kind of like that nice end of the night bar tune, like just sitting there drinking.
If that's like all factual, yeah, it made sense.
You know what? Like, I'm gonna pick that up tonight. Then, like, I have a couple albums I gotta buy, and that's one of them. But I think God Loves Ugly is my favorite Atmosphere album.
Yeah, me too. That's my number one. It used to be Lucy Ford, but yeah, definitely God Loves Ugly is it's genius,
and
it's such a well done album.
The one track on, I can't, dude. Like this whole thing was about you, and we get into like all this other shit. It's funny.
Well, that's the first time I really put you on the spot with a question. I
Yeah.
had to return the favor.
Yeah, no. I'll answer anything, man. And if I don't have the right answer, I'll lie to you, and then just just tell you that I'm lying.
I respect it.
Yeah, like, where was I going? I forget what I was saying. I'm a goddamn nut. I have no clue what's happening now.
So about atmosphere albums.
Yeah, I think. Oh, I think God Love was ugly, but on Seven's Travels, on The Modern Man Must Hustle.
Yeah.
Does that, like, when he says "shut the fuck up," like he's talking to the crowd? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Does that not sound like Sage Francis to you?
I guess I could picture that. Yeah.
Like like that's what I've always
Slug. I never thought that, but I can see where you would think that.
like, because it doesn't sound like something that Slug would say. Like I could actually see Sage Francis saying "shut the fuck up." I've actually, at the show that you performed, he basically told someone to shut the fuck up. Because do you remember that? Yeah, I thought that was like, he's like, "I'm gonna take away crack pipes, the best of times, and a skateboardist." He's like, "Do you want to lose any more?" He put that dude in his place, and I loved it.
Yeah, that's another thing. I guess back to my the Minnesota story. There was a third level where we backed out and didn't move to Minnesota, but like we both became big Atmosphere fans. So like, we had this crazy idea, like, man, we're gonna go see Atmosphere like in Minnesota, and first time ever seeing them live.
Oh, that's so cool.
We scheduled like a weekend trip. We drove out. The day of the show is when we got there. We got there that morning. We went to Fifth Element, like right when the doors opened. And I think it was Jay Bird that was like opening up the store.
Oh shit!
And he was like, "Yo, like," he's like, "We're sold out. Like, we don't have any more tickets." And we're like, "What?" Like, we drove from Pittsburgh. Like, we got to get into the show. Like, we didn't know how big they were in that area. You know what I mean? Like, it was Atmosphere to us from like Pittsburgh. We didn't know how big they were like in their own city. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't know that yet. So then they called up Electric Empire, another record store in the city, and they had 2 tickets. But before we did that, like, Jay Bird was like, "Man, like, we'll figure something out." Like, so I was it might have been better if the other store didn't have the tickets, and they might have like hooked us up like, I don't know, VIP or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? But that show was crazy because it was Atmosphere performing with the High Respects band and Mr. Dibs DJ.
Oh, that's my guy right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I know that. It was good. Dude, Dibs killed it. Like, that blew my mind too. It was my first time seeing like Dibs do his thing.
Have you seen what he's doing now?
The metal shit with the hip hop. Like, that's the first hip hop show I ever went to, and I saw people with like spiked hair and purple hair. Like, it was the most punk rock hip hop crowd I've ever been to, like I've ever seen. Yeah. Like, I didn't know that scene existed either. Like, living in Pittsburgh, I was even living in Butler, but I've been to like Pittsburgh hip hop shows. Like I've seen like DMX, Jay-Z. I've seen Wu-Tang here. Like, before that point, like, I've been to shows like that. I saw Gangstar with
lucky you.
Talib Kweli and Common. But like, I'd never seen a hip hop scene like that. But like, it was like kind of punk.
See, I got my first hip hop show was Wu-Tang with Rage Against the Machine at Star Lake.
That's dope.
And I was high as a kite. I really don't remember it. I kind of have a common theme when I go to shows, right?
Yeah, right.
It's not something I do now for the most part. But the most amazing show that I seen and the best experience that I seen was KRS-One and Rakim, where I was actually backstage with them, and then I went back in the green room, and then when I got to see Homeboy Sandman perform, because Mikey George is the one
here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
Homeboy Sandman. It's disappointing, but
because when I talked to him, I was I actually messaged him. I was like, "Hey man, like, what's gonna happen with this show? Because I'm taking off work." He's like, "Yeah, they're gonna be canceled." He's like, maybe
Yeah.
July. He's like, I still got to announce it. And he still hasn't announced it. I think that's what I love about him.
It already passed.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not doing it.
I think it was common sense by now, like by that point.
Yeah. So how into art are you?
How into art, like visual art?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
not like huge. I don't like mostly just people I know. Like I follow your stuff, like my dude Frigid Giant in Buffalo. Yeah, I don't have like I just follow artists that I know. Like Dante.
Yeah. Dante's
follow
dope.
his stuff, like
His
Neil Glenn does some cool shit with letters. Like
dude,
I pay attention to that. Like, but yeah, I don't really seek out a ton of other artists.
I could see
people's stuff too specifically.
I could see Dante's stuff on Adult Swim as a cartoon.
Yeah,
Like
right.
Yeah,
He's got that style. He reminds me of like some late '90s type of shit.
Yeah, I think he's dope. I enjoy seeing his art. And
Yeah, he's
Neil,
one of my favorites.
yeah, because I was gonna say, well, then who's your top 5 visual artists? But if you're not,
tough. I'd be like Durty, Dante, Frigid Giant, aka Kevin Delgado. It'd be like the 5 people I know the most.
yeah. All right, well, here, man. We've been going for a while, so
What time is it? I don't know if I'm paying attention.
It's like 11:15. So
Okay.
yeah, and just tell everyone who watches this where to go get your information, because I will have it in the link. You're permanently in all my links now. With that,
Yeah, just look down at the description.
Yeah, and I can't thank you enough, man. I can't.
Man, I appreciate you asking me. That was cool. Like I had fun putting that together.
It was so hard to ask you because it was so conceited. Like I felt like it was like real conceited of me, and like self-loving and just being so narcissistic of
What?
Because it's
No,
like,
I think it's cool you asked me. I was super hyped that you asked me.
yeah, but like I was like,
Yeah.
I was like, oh man, like I'm gonna come across so narcissistic when I'm like, can you make a song about me or like because I know I said like can you make a song for my intro, but it's like it came out amazing. Like I'm not changing it. Like that's where it's going, moving forward. Like I'm not taking that off. And
yeah, I appreciate that. If you ever get tired of it, we can make a new one. Like, pump a new beat in, freshen it up.
Yeah, that's gonna be up to you, because like I have a care package I gotta get out to you anyhow for that. I have some pretty cool things that I've been holding on to for you, and I just want to get that to you.
I look forward to that.
And I have some time now, so I've been adding to it. Like
okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm hoping to get it out on Monday, because I got your address and everything. So,
But yeah, man. Yeah, I had fun doing that. Yeah, I guess to find me, it's different form. One word, DFRNTFRM, no vowels, one F and different. A little complicated, but I use Instagram, Facebook the most. Look me up. Differentform.bandcamp.com is the best way to get music directly from me.
Yeah, and I encourage it.
Spotify, iTunes.
Yeah, I want everybody to go buy your stuff, honestly, because like
Me too.
Now's the time for people to support the artists. Like they need it. So
yeah, I agree. It's a tough time too as an artist, because I feel like I put that album out. I found it hard to like promote it. Be like, hey, like the world's crazy. Come buy my album.
I was just talking to Upgrade about
I'm sure
this.
you feel like that with art too. Like I don't know.
Yeah, you know what? Like I got bandanas coming out, and
Okay.
I'm waiting for them to be printed right now, and it's like every little bit helps.
Right.
And I get like in my situation, I understand that not everybody has X amount of money for a painting.
Right.
But like every time I go to post something, I hate that when it's transactional. I hate when it's like to give me money or to buy something. I hate that. But
Right.
I got to survive, and I got to continue to.
Part of the grind, man.
It is, and I haven't really posted anything about buying anything, like selling anything, except for my Instagram stories. I just put those up. That's 24 hours. But I actually hate posting. Hey, I have this for sale. like yeah, like give me money.
Tough, man. It's tough. It's a tough time to like promote yourself. That's why I did that lyric video. I got on Facebook. I was like, hey, like anybody know anybody that does lyric videos? And that the dude that did it was one of the people that hit me up. I was like, yeah, let's do this, man. Like, let's make it happen. And I wanted to use that to like start re-promoting.
Yeah, dude.
You know what I mean? Like something fresh to like pick up the promotion cycle again.
Well, and we'll get back there eventually to where it's not a huge burden to do the promotion or feeling totally guilty for it, you know?
Right.
All right. Well, hey, man, if you need those masks, you let me know. I'll send you that link here today too. Or,
yeah, send it over to me.
Yeah, yeah. If my wife's up, she has it. But if not, I'll have it to you tomorrow. But hey, thanks for being on here, man. I love it. It was great to see you and talk to you, man.
See you too.
Yeah,
we'll do it in the studio for real when the time's right.
Absolutely. That's going to be my offer to
workspace.
Yeah, that's my offer for everyone. I want to have them back on to have the studio experience and to do a follow-up conversation too and everything. So,
right.
Hey, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate you.
All right, man. Hey, I'll have this up and I'll get you all the links to everything. So, for those watching, listening, go to the link in the description and click on every single one of different forms links and go buy something. Go do a donation to him. He's got a family and he spits fire. Pay for your music.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. All right, buddy. I'll talk to you soon, man.
All right, man. I'll talk to you later.
Peace.
Thank you.
What inspires the movements and refuses to fold, the allegories and all their glory now. Don't be snoring, grab a coffee or a brew or two and open YouTube. Check out what I do, you can like and share it too. Show it to your family and every person in your crew, and put that subscribe button to use. Dirty Talk, the podcast, brought to you by my man Bob Fryer, aka Dirty Art. Check it out.